What's going on, everybody? This your boy Pumpkin King back at you with another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. It is 12:14 in the morning. We officially got some new Kid Goku gameplay and a spotlight. So let's go ahead and check it out and let's dive in and give a quick analysis and see what he's got. Let's watch now.
Flying Nimbus!
Okay.
Sure are a lot of strong-looking fighters here. I can hardly wait.
She's drunk driving.
All right, here I come! Powerball! Yeah!
So it's not exactly like that.
You're good at rock, paper, scissors! Ah! Yeah! Ah!
You see the AoE on that Kamehameha?
It's time for this to end!
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, that's it! I got this!
That was a good distance. I don't think that was level 3 either. Alright, let me hear a little bit unleash high damage from distance. It's okay. Enables a follow-up dash after activating a skill. Input the skill and triggers a dash in that direction. Okay. Let's just take a look at it and then we'll go ahead and analyze it. Rush attacks. Mid youth. They fire energy around the right of each sentiment. That direction. Okay, so it can't move. Okay, skill 2 looks kind of dull, but I can see that. Yep. That fits. Okay, changes forward in the saturation can be reacted until just before the charge. That's skill 2. Skill 3. Increase damage to enemies hit. Okay. All right. Good stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and let's take it back a bit. All right. So let's see. Let's read here real quick. So enables a follow-up dash after activating a skill of movement input as a skill ends triggers a dash in that direction for a set distance. Distance increases based on your level. Okay. So okay, read again. Enables a follow-up dash after activating. So you can activate a skill, right? But you get okay. So if you saw that right there, let's rewind it back a bit. So he did the Kamehameha and he moved back right afterwards. Watch. And he instantly moved back. Oof. So I can see that as, it's like a poking tool. So you could definitely use that to like engage with the enemy and then, try to toy with them, poke at them for a little bit. And when you're ready to engage with your partner, you can actually just go ahead and take them down from there. So yeah, that seems really useful. Attack using the healing bow. Speed rushing during attacks. Okay, movement speed. So that's similar to how Daima Goku works in the sense. Okay, so fire an energy wave of a rounded edge in a set direction, generating a shockwave. The rounded edge of the wave deals higher damage upon contact. Okay, so if we look back, if we look at the rounded edge, that's ugly. Let's rewind it back just a little bit. So if we see this as the rounded edge, yep, that's the rounded edge. So if we look at this as the rounded edge, the quality is ass right now. So if we look at this rounded edge, this seems to be the part where it does the most damage. So you kind of want to stay like a little bit distant, so that way the enemy heroes are getting hit by that rounded part. So you don't want to be up close or anything to the enemy heroes. You just kind of want to be at mid-range, try to distance yourself away from them. But the cool thing about that is because you have that passive, you can actually, if they seem to be, if they dodge and it seems to be coming after you, you can instantly just use your passive to move back a bit so you can still get out of there. Because it looks like you can't move or anything. You're set in place in a set direction as the description says. So yeah, that's something. Okay. Power pull, extend the opponent in set direction, pushing through. Yeah, that seems pretty straightforward. Get your power pole, stick it through. So, like I said, pretty plain and simple. You could pierce and go through. So it kind of works like Frieza's death beam. You know how it hits and then can penetrate and hit the next person behind it. That's pretty much like how it works, but I'm not sure if that's how it is, like starting at level 1 or going to level 3. It doesn't really specify that. But if we look back before when it was activating, you know, it is at level 3. So we just don't know if it has that person at level 3. So this is the one I'm curious about. Okay. Dash toward an enemy and strike. Re-enter the command to reactivate the skill. Throw out rock upon initial activation, scissors upon re-input, and paper with the next re-input, changing in that order. Rock applies all defense down to enemies hit. Scissors applies all defense down and shrink field of view to enemies hit. And paper changes to an AoE attack, applying all defense down to enemies hit, stacking all defense down with this skill extends the effect's duration. Okay, so what I can say from that is that the defense down is probably going to be for a short time period. So you definitely got to utilize the rock, paper, scissors. So you're going to have to, like, you know, hit all of them, because if you hit only one of them, they're only going to have defense down for only a little short bit of time. But you want to hit them with that paper, you know, because that's how you're going to extend that out. So yeah, keep that in mind, you know. So we want to get all those hits in. And again, you know, you can always, what I'm curious is if you can use your passive with each input. So let's say, you know, you hit rock, you could move in a set direction. Scissors, you could hit in another direction, and paper, you could hit in another direction. So that would be interesting to know. So yeah, keep note on that. Charges forward in a set direction can be re-entered. Just okay, let me reread that. Okay, so this changes forward in the set direction can be redirected until just before the charge. At skill level 2 and level 3, deal increased damage to nearby enemies. Hit. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. There's not really like much to it. So honestly, the way that it looked in the you know, in this part right here, you know, not that part. This part right here.
It's time for this to end.
Don't have a clear understanding.
Oh yeah, that's it. I got this.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That didn't look like it does a lot of damage. Okay, so if we let's see. Hang on. Let's pause it right here. I want to pause it right here. Oops. Dang it. Let's slow that down, all right? Because that seems like it's something important to. Yep, right there. You see? So it can add on damage. So the initial hit doesn't do a lot of damage. It continues to do damage. See, look right here. You see how much damage it does right here? But then watch as it goes again, and it's completely out. So it does continuous damage as it moves forward. So keep that in mind, okay? So I already can see that really Snowball is going to be like almost his best friend, especially when you want to poke around with Kid Goku, because those pokes can be really, really dangerous, especially if he has like a defense down mechanic. So yeah, I think this character is quite impressive, honestly. He may have very similar let me set it back to speed, right? It may seem like he has, like, you know, similar moveset to Daima, but at the same time, it's definitely different. You have to use them completely different. If you use Daima Goku a certain way, you cannot use this Kid Goku the same way. So that's definitely something that I did notice. So yeah, so the main thing you want to know about Kid Goku is you want to use him as a poke, as a poke mechanic. He has a very good potential. Keep away, say mid to long range if you can, but mostly in the mid section. Poke around, use your skills, move back a bit, you know, come back, get a safe retreat. If you feel like you can actually get the kill, you know, you can activate a skill and push yourself forward to get the kill. So yeah, that's something that I think for sure. Yep. So yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. This is like a quick analysis. I just think that for the most part, he's definitely going to be useful. So I can't wait to try him. I can't wait to you guys get to try him and tell me what you think. All right. And this is going to be the end of the video. Peace out, y'all.